Are you a brewhead? I'm a brewhead. Are you a brewhead? I'm a brewhead. Y'all are brewheads? Yeah, we brewheads. So pour a glass of craft beer, we can do this. Yeah.
What's good, y'all? This is C Certified Brewhead.
I'm Scott Beer, cold beer enthusiast.
And welcome. Oh, do you guys want to say?
Do we get to intro?
Yeah, do it.
I'm Tiffany. I'm also a beer enthusiast.
I'm Notion, and I also enjoy a cold beverage.
And welcome to episode 100! We're 100 episodes deep.
100 triple digits, yo.
Isn't that crazy?
I'm very excited. I haven't been on a few episodes, so I'm glad to be here for 100.
Right? It was important.
Super
it's been way too long. So we figured you and Rochelle and Brad are all in town for a festival yesterday we just attended called Food and Me. Yeah, which we're going to discuss during the episode.
Which if you slept on that one, man, oh, you missed out.
Missed out. But one of the most exciting things about episode 100 is we finally got a real sponsor. So, huge shouts to the team at lilypad.co. So basically, at BAOS, we're about spreading the love for craft beer. Yeah. And growing in the craft beer world, hence 100 episodes deep. And we want to celebrate that growth by of 100 episodes. So we teamed with Lilypad. Lilypad are a team out of Tampa, Florida. And we got an exclusive offer for the craft brewers who watch, and we know we definitely get a bunch of brewers.
We've had brewers come up to us and
reps,
say we watch your stuff, so
because we get to talk to industry people, right?
Yep.
So it makes complete sense that there's a lot of brewers and sales reps, brewery owners, and basically to grow their brand. So if you don't know who Lilypad is, so they're based in Tampa, and their mission is to help craft breweries sell more beer. So they make some really like a cool app. I believe it's an app that helps sales reps sort of coordinate everything. Cool. So BAOS and Collective Arts both use Lilypad. Nice. So it's really starting to come into Canada, which is extra dope. They use the app to empower their sales teams, keep track of progress, and get more beers in the mouths of beer lovers.
There you go.
Like us and like y'all.
There you go.
Now, if you're a beer rep or a brewmaster or owner or anyone in a brewery team at all, and you want a kick-ass tool to help your business grow, which of course we do because then we get more beer.
Yep.
That's the one.
Check out Lilypad. So lilypad.co, they are actually giving a $200 discount off their app if you mention BAOS podcast when you cop that.
$200.
200. I mean, that's crazy.
That's cash.
Think of all the craft beer you can buy. That $200 you're saving.
4 bottles.
Right. Of the good stuff.
Of the really good stuff.
It's better than none.
4 bottles.
So yeah, that's it. $200 off. So lilypad.co, lilypad.co. You can schedule a demo. They'll give you a buzz. And they'll set it up for you. Make sure you mention BAOS podcast to get that $200 discount. Fantastic. Shout out to y'all. That is amazing.
Thanks, Lilypad.
Yeah. So guys, 100, eh?
Yeah.
Who would have thunk it?
Damn.
We're here, we made it.
Century family.
It's kind of crazy. Like, we figured it just makes more sense. Everyone's here. Like, let's do one of those nice little recap episodes. We don't do them very often.
We had planned something different for episode 100, but it seemed a little logistically difficult to get
Everything together.
like a dozen brewers and people.
I wanted to do like
once and
5 collabs and like have an event probably in Toronto.
That would have been amazing, but
We didn't even try though. That just didn't go past like the thoughts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're just like, that seems like a lot of work though, eh?
And, and we're getting to 100 pretty quick, so let's figure something out.
Time caught up with us. It was. I still think we should do it at some point. Maybe 200.
Yeah, maybe 200. I don't think Brad's been on a video one. That's what I'm trying to remember.
Haven't?
Because you were in the super early episodes before we
did beer
recorded.
reviews. Was it beer mail, Scott?
Yeah,
we've never done a podcast.
Not a video podcast yet.
Good day.
There you go.
What were you on,
That's the
episode
beautiful
6?
face behind all the videos.
Yes.
So Brad, Brad's my brother. And also known as
Couldn't
Notion.
tell.
You couldn't tell. I don't talk about y'all. For some people, I don't know. Some people might just listen to the podcast and have no idea.
That's true.
And we don't talk about you in the podcast mostly because we're talking to brewers. Same mother, same father. You know.
Yep.
Very pretty. So we want to make sure the squad here, of course. So Brad does allow photography and audio engineering.
Yep.
And the boots.
And the rap beats.
There's a lot of beats for the soundtrack, yeah.
For all the soundtracks. So if you're watching our vlogs or any of the other videos and you hear a beat, it's 99% of the time.
No dog.
And of course, Tiffany is the... Oh, we got some stuff there.
Oh, thanks.
Is the producer of the podcast.
Damn straight.
Editor. What else do you do?
Thought.
Like Well,
it was
that's a
my
producer.
idea
Yeah.
to even create the podcast. It was my idea
Basically.
To do the videos.
I am essentially BAOS
she is.
podcast.
She's the heartbeat of this
so,
thing.
I'm talking
Hey.
shit. But yeah, I'm that girl. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
wonderful.
yeah,
So we
yeah.
felt it was like, along with Scott and I, who host the damn thing, that it made sense to have the other
yeah.
squad with us today, just so we can recap some of our favorite moments. Of course, we've got Rochelle in the building.
Hey!
Chelsea out here.
Just love that. I just drink the beer.
Yeah.
That's my goal.
That's cool.
And you do it so well, Chelsea.
So
So well.
Supernatural. Yeah.
So what we got, we have a pretty dope a lot of beer right here. As we would do, we have a couple of the big dogs. We want to start from that right side and just let people know what we have.
Crack them open.
We got Dominion City, the old paper salesman pale ale.
Bloody ripper.
Give
Huge
it.
shouts to that. Do you want to just talk through them? Just something to talk through.
Oh, we've got
Quick
the
down,
old Milkshark, Tangerine Milkshark, the
Nice.
old Mango Apricot Jelly King, our beloved Get It In Ya. We have the Bourbon Barrel Extra Stout
Péché
from
Mortel.
Ciel, and then we've got the Imperial Sour Stout from Stone City, and we have the CBS from Founders. So
Yeah.
we have
Damn.
a serious lineup, and we need
Yeah.
to start off.
So you kind of mentioned to me, Craig, you're like, if you want, bring a few beers that you guys had that you thought were kind of unique, interesting, or that we loved and had in the past, or maybe something that we hadn't had.
Yeah.
Just something grand to kind of represent episode 100. So I just happen to have a Milkshark and one of my last Get It In Ya's.
Oh,
And Dieu, Ciel thought we'd represent for Quebec, Montreal,
Yeah.
because we
Yeah,
out
yeah.
here.
Yeah.
That's a very
Right.
important part of our podcast. So, and then Brad, you had a
yeah.
special
Had that
beer
in the
there.
fridge for like what 4 years now.
It's been aging for 4
Trying
years.
to
Mate,
drink it, and I was like, you know what? There's no better time.
every Christmas
Yeah.
I've brought it,
And we're just like,
we've had so much fire before.
Yeah.
We never got there.
Hey,
'cause
we may not get to it today. You know,
Yeah.
we may have to
I
hold
would
on
laugh
to it.
so much if we don't.
Put it back in the cooler.
I'm
And-
heartbroken.
We got the CBS. I had a few bottles of this. I traded and got some when it came out. I can't remember when it was. Was it this year or last year or something?
Yeah, it was last year.
Last year.
Late last year?
Late last year.
And Noah, shouts to Noah from Beerism, hit me the other day and was like, oh, CBS is hitting its peak. Founders announced that it's hitting its peak.
Yes.
I'm like, shit, I haven't cracked any of the bottles. So I was
what
like,
a
get
perfect
a
time.
cold.
to
perfect
do
though
it.
today. Get a cold and warm it up.
Have you
a bit.
had CBS?
Nope. I haven't even had KBS,
Neither
bro.
have I.
You haven't had KBS?
No, I have a bottle. I'm
Fab.
looking at it right now, but I haven't had it. So, all right. First, Paper Salesman,
Salesman.
Dominion City.
Shout out Josh and Scott.
This is the first ever Dominion City beer I ever had, and it's looking hazy as,
She's
mate.
beautiful, mate.
All right, guys, get in there. Chelsea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100.
Mate, Hundy.
Oh.
Oh man.
Oh, that is so fire.
Yummy.
Shouts to Andrew as well, who brought that down from Ottawa for us. Oh my god.
There's a ripper.
So yeah, they gave us
Chalky juice.
a little growler to go of this stuff, and I brought it home, and I was
yeah,
like,
what was
"Oh, that
that?
looks good." And then, oh my god,
Yeah, but that was the first beer I had. You had a different beer in the podcast, and they gave
yes,
me that
I had
straight away.
the like Concord
Goza.
grape Goza.
Yeah, God, that's fire.
Super dope too.
All right, so basically today we're gonna like be just talking about a whole bunch of different things, kind of like recapping our last 100 episodes, and of course, like BOS existed before that in the like it's
Long
the reviews
form.
I was doing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Not so seriously, and then it came. So I guess we're probably more covering the last 3 years. I think we did our first episode. We recorded in April 2015. I think it dropped.
Yes.
Because we had a fuck up. Like I remember I put it out, and it was complicated. And I did it wrong, so I had to take that
Isn't it
down
because
and
we had
re-put it up
shit in
again.
the title still or something?
No, it was an XML iTunes issue.
Oh,
Back
okay,
when
okay.
iTunes wasn't so friendly.
With
for
podcasts.
that.
Oh yeah, because they
And
didn't care
now
about podcasts.
they didn't
really
care
back
at
then.
all. It was
Yeah,
terrible,
yeah.
such a nightmare. Then Squarespace hooked it up, which was dope.
Yeah.
That made it a lot easier, but I had to re-release the episode 1, which was disappointing because we would have lost all the whatever numbers on
Data
that.
and
The
stuff like
data,
that,
yeah. So what we're going to be talking about, we're going to start with our favorite episodes. So 100 episodes deep. Most of them. So we started doing it. I mean, I'm not going to go into the history again. We've done that before. I think we did it on 71, which was New Year's Day,
Yep.
the last New Year's Day one from the Scotty's joint,
Yeah.
which was fun. But we started doing the podcast for lols. We had a few guests. We had Rochelle, we had Tiff, we had Brad, which is all of our close friends who were doing
We didn't
stuff.
really know anyone in the industry
Dave
at that
Seacott.
point.
We knew nobody, and we didn't care. Like it
Yeah.
was just fun.
Jason
Cooch.
Kuchar.
So the Jason Cooch episode was when we started video. That was
the
episode
first video.
15.
Yeah,
Yes.
episode 15.
So that was on the first video with the shaky 50mm lens.
That was
Tiffany.
me. I'm going to insert right here.
But we
And-
did do something notable with this particular podcast.
Yes, we did.
So
What did we do?
we
What
went
did we do?
live on location at House of Parliament, which
House
is
of Parliament.
a pub in the east end of Toronto.
Cabbage Town, what up?
Represent.
And on top of that, it was our first on location podcast. Secondly, it was our first videoed podcast.
Yes.
We're going to try our Joe Rogan shit. We didn't have like 3 cameras with different angles. We had Tiffany, my wonderful girlfriend, holding us the fuck down. She was all up in that, filming it, we were recording it. Hopefully Notion has done a nice job to cut out as much background noise as possible. And we're going to have this up on the Beer and Other Shit YouTube channel as well in its full thing, because I don't know what else to do. So if y'all have got any thoughts, if you see the video and you're like, hey, how about you try this? Let us know.
We're open to suggestions.
Completely open.
We were going for that look, though.
But
we wanted the kind of raw,
the Blair
natural,
Witch type, the terrified, learning about beer at the
slightly
same time.
make you nauseous and like
that's
maybe
what we were
give you
going
a
for.
seizure. Like,
And then thanks for Reddit. Thanks Reddit.
Yeah, for ripping us
when
apart.
we got ripped
Yeah.
to shreds,
Yeah.
like many of the videos.
People are
then we're like, oh
unforgiving.
shit, we should get a tripod. And then and I think we started going steady at 20.
Step by
when,
step.
Was it 20? Whenever you did Glutenberg with Josh.
Yes, yeah, we had.
I mean, we did 21 with... So that was the first
And
one
then you
because
had
Josh
that
had it.
shoulder.
Oh, then that
thing.
fucking
If
shit.
anyone wants to buy that,
Yeah.
we're still trying to sell it.
I'm still trying to sell an insert ad on
Insert ad,
Craigslist
the weighted
Gigi.
shoulder.
Yeah.
That thing.
At Shelman,
I
that
was
was
bruised
episode
from
30.
that. I was bruised from that fucking
Yeah.
thing, man. That was so
Son of you
terrible.
need
We had that at Chambly. You walked around with a 30-pound thing on
Yeah.
your shoulder at Chambly the whole
For
time.
like 6 hours, 7
Soldier.
hours.
God,
it
you're
was
so good
fucking
to us.
intense. Thank you.
So good. So that
Suffer
was...
for the craft, right?
Yeah.
Really
Suffer for the
do.
craft, yeah.
And then we had the Glutenberg episode, so that was why like I briefly spoke about it. Episode, or hasn't, I don't know, by the time you guys hear this, it'll come out. Episode 98, I interviewed Glutenberg and thanked them because they didn't like us cussing. So that's why we rebranded from Beer and Other Shit, I guess, in general, to BAOS Podcast, because we could have either kept cussing and whatever and kept it going, or we decided to clean it up a bit and take it more serious because we weren't taking it serious.
Well, also,
Yeah.
we didn't know that brewers would want to be on the podcast.
Yeah, we didn't know it was a
I know.
thing.
We just thought we'd just be
Yeah.
talking about beer.
The whole
hanging
idea was
out.
just like us
Yeah.
and our friends drinking beer and talking shit about it.
Yeah.
And
And we're like, nobody's going to be interested in
Right.
really, like being on it like this. And then, when Glutenberg was like, oh, we want to be on it, we don't like the word shit and stuff like that. We're like, oh, people don't like I guess.
Well, we kind of felt like, well, screw you, this is how we talk. But then
Yeah.
we're like, you know what, if it's going to make people not listen to us or not want to talk to us, then maybe it's worth kind of
Dialing
toning
it
it down a
back, yeah.
bit. And I was fine with that. I think
Same.
it took a little bit of a struggle in here to kind of, because it went against what we stood for, really.
Yeah.
Because the whole point was we don't give a shit, we say whatever we want.
And because we
then-
swear a lot.
I mean, we
Yeah,
still
I still swear
do.
a lot, but
Yeah.
We still do, I guess, but like we stopped, certain things that were over the top, and it was more
Right.
like as casual cussing because we're drinking alcohol, man. We're drinking beer, and we're sitting with brewers, man. Like, everyone's chill, everyone's cool. So we can't. So the first episode we did with, well, actually it was episode 18. I bumped into the Bo. I ended up interviewing Matt O'Hara from Bo's in a terribly unprepared way, which was fine in the end.
Yeah.
And then the first, I guess, proper one was when you did Glutenberg with you and Josh, which is, I guess, the only one you did by yourself with Josh out there, which was terrible conditions because you were sitting there, the wind is
It was
blowing.
raining
it's raining.
outside.
Did it like a sign fall on you?
Yeah, the sign was in the background.
me, I was like, what's happening here?
And we didn't know, and it was
You're a
it
good
was-
sport about it, though.
Yeah,
You're
hell
like,
yeah.
oh, we're here.
It was like not really fair because it was more like we hadn't been interviewing people,
Yeah.
right? And we didn't know, we didn't have a,
We didn't have a
plan.
structure
No.
or
And
there
you
was no
actually
lightning
looked
round
like,
back then.
no.
Yeah.
It looked like you were like those weather people who get forced to
Yeah.
go out
In
the
the
storm.
hurricanes.
Yeah.
Holding your hat.
Yeah.
It was absolutely ridiculous.
So that was our first tripod episode, thanks to Reddit.
Thanks
it was
to
fair
that.
criticism. Reddit has its things. Like they have mad trolls, but like that was
Yeah.
like that's good criticism.
There's some people who have
And my
trolled us,
arms
like,
hurt. Like I was always holding a podcast, like holding a camera for like an
Yeah.
hour at a time. So
It was a lot. It was definitely a lot. And then I guess from then on we just started. We still, I think in the 20s we still like we had like Nicole from Sweetgrass. We did Sam from Sawdust for the first time.
Yeah.
We still had Clarity and Chanel.
Yeah.
Other artists and friends and stuff. And then it kind of just went breweries from there. The only ones that weren't, I think we had a couple comedians. We had Greg Houston and Matt O'Brien. And then it was just straight
Matt was
breweries.
hilarious.
That was
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
So like we're still down for that stuff. It's just like this took a turn like straight breweries. It's like that's the audience we got. That's the people who are interested. So what do you know? I don't know if anyone would care if we could talk to a famous comedian, artist, entertainer or something. I still would like to say if there's someone we get.
Yeah.
I think to mix
down.
it up, I mean,
Right.
I like doing the whole brewer owner type thing, but every once in a while, I like doing solo episodes too. Every once in a while, right?
I really enjoy these ones.
Yeah, just every once in a
switch
while,
it up.
switch it up a little bit.
Because the interviews are
Yeah.
cool. I mean, like I really enjoy it because I learn a lot from them and stuff. But
I love the stories.
Stories
I
are
love brewery
amazing.
stories because they're
Yeah.
like just entrepreneurs who slay the game
Yeah.
and like create something that everybody loves. Like that's very cool.
Hella
Yeah.
cool. So we're gonna talk about favorite episodes. So we all had to think about it beforehand while
Yeah.
we're setting up. I mean, there's no order. If anyone wants to go, just shoot out some of their favorite episodes, and we'll just yap about each one. Who wants to start, Scotty?
Yeah.
Nice jeans, by the way.
It's so thank you. You know, just keeping it real fresh these days. Very
Scorpion
skinny,
Cole,
very
jeans
skinny.
enthusiast.
You can't see, but it's right.
It's a fashionista.
Yeah.
Right?
And I mean, there's so many to choose from. It's hard to. It's like picking your favorite child.
Am I right?
I was just looking back at our 2017 year in review video.
Oh yeah, that was
And
fun. Great
kind
video.
of
Thank you.
showed a
Yeah,
bunch
that
of
was
videos.
good. That was
Amazing. I loved the way that was put together.
Together, yeah.
And I totally forgot, but Batch from
Batch
Detroit.
was- yeah, I forgot
So
about that, yeah.
I liked it because it was so funny. Like we both had each other in stitches. We were just
Yeah.
laughing the whole time.
Those guys are so
The
good.
best when you
So
walked off.
hilarious.
That was great.
Yeah.
The underrated Style City Brewery All Country.
What's not getting its props?
Style
Czech Republic.
City
Czech,
Brewery,
yeah, you can say that.
our country.
Whatever comes to mind. Yeah, Czech.
Canada doesn't get any props anymore.
I feel like Canada doesn't get enough props.
Not enough, maybe.
Man, okay, I'm doing it.
Molson is one of the best beers ever.
What is?
Molson. Just Molson Canadian.
Go punch it. Turn it off.
And they served us. They made us. Well, they didn't make us. They had
beer slushy?
Yeah, a beer slushy, a strawberry Kolsch beer slushy, which is like so ridiculous, but was so tasty. It was like a hot summer day. We're drinking like beer slushies. Yes, the answer is yes. It was
Such
delicious.
some of the most interesting beers I've ever drank.
But just fun, just a fun chat. I was laughing the whole
Hell yeah,
time. And,
yeah, really welcoming. And it was just dope because it was like Detroit, which is like it's coming back up. It's this town that's having
And it was
this
like in
renaissance.
the hood too. Like
Yo,
we
it
were
was
right
hood
down
ass,
there,
yo.
man.
So hood.
Yeah.
And like, but they and people respect it, and they have
Yeah.
security there and stuff to make sure. I mean, it's pretty
Very nice establishment too.
beautiful.
So,
Yeah.
They did a great
Gorgeous.
job. Yeah, Bachelor was definitely a fave. Shouts to Steph and Max from Detroit. I was just telling you before, they linked me with their
milkshake
kind of
IPA, you said?
yeah, it was an
Yeah.
8.9% mango passion fruit milkshake IPA.
Nice.
It was intense, like 8.9%. It was like Jesus Christ.
That's pretty heavy for a
It's pretty
milkshake
heavy,
IPA, yeah.
but it was just like once again interesting.
Yeah.
Something like out there, and that's what Batch does. I reckon. They're great call. I know we got others. Should we just go one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I loved Sawdust City Bottle Share episode
73.
after yeah, 73.
That one
We
got
went
out of
upstairs
control.
at the Griffin pub.
Hit us up on the podcast, Apple Podcast. Are you a brewhead? I'm a brewhead.
Yeah, so that was
That
sick
was
because
sick.
everyone brought we thought it was going to be like a light. Everyone bring a couple, 1, 2, 3 bottles. There was honestly like 80 bottles.
Yeah.
And there was enough
like
of us to
fire.
get. We all had
Yeah.
like a drop of this and that.
Yeah.
That was incredible because I don't know.
And
It's
the
just
whole,
fun.
the whole
Well,
crew
I've never
came
ticked
through,
off.
too.
I never ticked off so many individual beers in one night. That was sick. Like looked at my
crazy.
phone the next day, like
Whoa, what are
man.
we doing?
Yeah, it was great.
We were treated like royalty. It was,
Absolutely. Yeah, they put us
yeah.
up in the Lone Pine Inn and
Yeah.
sorted us right out.
Did that was the day of the collab
Yes.
Yeah.
with
So it was a good
Sawdust,
episode
which we'll get
afterwards.
to shortly.
Yeah,
We'll
yeah.
discuss that in more detail, but that was really fun.
That was
Yeah.
fun.
And it was just cool because it was like we
Epic,
interviewed
epic.
the three guys.
And
No.
Sawdust so
Yeah,
chill.
everyone came in at the
It's
end.
because the Sawdust
squad were all
employees are
deep.
so chill.
Yeah, it
They're
was-
like just great people, like all around. That's
Yeah.
why I kept saying, like, what's in the water here? You guys are just like
Everyone's happy
all
and
around
chilling.
the happiest, most like
So fun.
chill people.
People who work at breweries, am I
Yeah.
right?
Oh,
Always,
yeah.
always a big
That's true.
dumb smile on their
Caleb
face.
and Emily are just like the sweetest
Lovely
couple
people.
of all
It's like
time.
every
Oh,
time
yeah.
I see them, my heart swells.
Yeah,
I
it
just want
feels
to
like
hug
you're in a
them.
Disney
Yeah.
movie or something, and they're walking in, and it's the happy ending of the Disney movie.
Yeah,
It's
that's
like right there. Like I
They
just
live
love
their
it.
life like that. It's
Oh,
fantastic.
it's
So
so
that was a
beautiful.
great one for me.
Yeah, really, really good
Yeah.
one. I love it. Babe.
Mine is one of them is episode 45 with Matt from Fiddlehead.
I usually like to take a little vacation and go to Jamaica, like you said, once a year, you know. And I'd say, okay, I end up going to the Caribbean. I go to like these resorts, like where everything's
yeah.
included.
They got, like, red stripes.
And they have like red stripes.
That's fun. I like red
After a week, dude, it's like you feel so bloated, you can't get drunk.
Yeah.
You can't even catch a buzz. I will start drinking at like 8 in the morning. I'll just be sitting in the pool
Crushing red stripes.
all day long, crushing these like little 10-ounce
Yeah.
cups. Like,
Come on.
yeah, I'm just full. I feel
bloated and
disgusting.
bloated and sober.
Yeah.
Every 15 minutes.
Yeah. Well, you're in the pool, see.
You gotta hold that in.
That,
was
I
our
think it might have
first-
been our first, like
It
our
was.
trip, like
No,
our
well,
first abroad podcast. Probably right, our first
Yeah, it
abroad
was.
podcast.
Because I wasn't able to leave before that, so we went on a 2-day trip.
Yeah.
and we just
We did
vlogged it for our
podcast,
first ever vlog.
So
just
that was
the
our
vlogs.
first like.
And then all of
I
us.
thought we did
Oh, first
Idle
batch.
Time first.
Sorry, our first
yeah,
batch
It wasn't
of,
the
like,
first,
yeah,
but
yeah.
like in the first
Yeah,
batch.
exactly.
And then, yeah,
And that was in Vermont, and I just thought Matt was so cool. Like
Such a good guy.
such a hustler, such a
hustler,
businessman. Yeah.
and like everything he's talking about, like not having debt, and the way he just created the brewery and the business. And
We
just,
hung out for like 2 hours
We
after.
hung out
talking
forever
business.
after, and then he like hooked us up with hops and like a fucking
Oh, he gave us
slab
a ton of stuff to go.
Second fiddle.
Second fiddle, and just like he was just so chill. I know. I feel like that was like a long time spent with the brewer that maybe we hadn't
That was
done
one of the
that
first
often.
times
So,
ever we kicked
yeah.
it afterwards
Yeah.
for so long, and we were just grateful. We didn't have anywhere to be afterwards, I don't think. and there was just like super cool that it was in Vermont, and I don't know, because I hadn't been able to travel for a while, I was just like so grateful to even be there, and then to have a Vermont brewery that we happened to have discovered
the freshest
trip before.
beer I've ever had because it came right off the candy line and into the hand,
especially that style,
it was
like the
Vermont style IPA.
It was amazing.
We'll take you there. It's so sick. Oh, that was a great choice.
Cool.
So I got a few as well. One of my faves was Founders. These bad boys, episode 58.
Craft beer is not going anywhere. I mean, look at what's happening. Old people that didn't drink craft beer are going to be dying, and the people that are being
are going to be having kids and giving them craft beer. No, that's
facts, man.
But the kids coming up today are turning 21 in a world where craft beer is available.
I mean, they've been growing
you didn't
up.
grow up like that. You had a surge out for craft beer when you were 20.
When I grew up, I mean, there's 8 beers on tap. If there's 8 beers on tap, that's a nice lineup.
Right.
That was cool because I think it's their most downloaded episode.
The place was huge.
Wow.
Place was.
I've never seen a brewery like this.
I've never seen anything like it in my life.
It was like an airplane hangar, the size of this
Robot
place.
arms.
Like robotic moving
arms.
stuff.
Not even people, mate.
Not people.
Absolutely unreal.
It was insane, and they were so kind. I believe Francesca was showing us around, and laced us. We still haven't even done the video yet because we just have to get 10 people in a room to drink all the beer because it's so big dog
alcohol,
higher ABV ones, but we're going to do it. Like it's happening.
Yeah.
It was just like, I don't know why, I just felt it was really cool, and like I realized afterwards the depth of the fame of these guys. Like during it, I didn't even know what they looked like. In all fairness, I'm not gonna be. I knew Founders. I drank Founders for years and years, and I was so happy to be there. But I didn't know how famous Jeremy and Dave were.
Yeah.
Because I'd seen so many photos. They're interviewed everywhere. Like. It was crazy.
It was a
and I
really
look back, I'm like, man, you guys gave us like 2 hours of your time. Yeah. And even Dave was, maybe he's like, you hook him up? Yeah. She's like, yeah. She gave us her last big bottle of KBS.
They gave us bags and bags of beer. Like
and like
really
high-end, high ABV stuff. Like really expensive, hard to get stuff. To be honest, like I traded for one of these, but I hit her up and I said, hey, do they have them in Vermont? And then she's like, I'll send you some samples. I was like, no, I didn't want you to send me anything. I wanted to know where to get it. And then she sent 2 bottles of those.
Wow,
that's the best.
So that's why we're
is this like white whale status? Like this is a hard beer to get, and
but not this year was less than normal because they made the little bottles and they brought them to Canada and stuff.
Right.
So I think generally yes.
Was this sold in the LCBO?
Yes.
Oh, it was like at Summer Hill though, right? It wasn't like a general release.
Same size as the little guy.
Right.
I only got the big ones. Oh, we're all empty.
Yeah.
All right. Next beer before we go into the next favorite episode.
So we're going for the old Tangerine.
Should we do that before the sour? Probably right.
We put it in order. I don't know.
Let's go that now. I'm ready for that.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
So this is. Shall I swing the track to your glass, love? So this actually came out literally
last week.
Yeah. The Tangerine Milkshark, the latest Bellwoods.
Saturday, the long weekend.
Yeah. Latest Milkshark release. We have so far been lucky enough to procure every single one.
Barely, but we've made it all. Every single one. It's one of my favorite series of beers. It's just
my
fun.
favorite by far.
It's different. It's unique. They do such a good job. I think they're only getting better at it. They keep knocking them out the park, and Tangerine is no exception. It's just a fun beer.
Yeah, man.
I'm not going to crush pints and pints of it, but I share with you guys. It's great.
No, exactly. It's good to have a friend. Look, with 5 of us to get a decent little pour, so it's pretty good. I'm so excited.
That's great. Cheers,
guys. I'm Dread.
Andy.
I described this.
Oh my God.
It's like a good.
It's a creamsicle.
It's like a breakfast.
Yeah, it's like a brunch.
This with brunch.
Glass of
and
orange.
It's totally a brunch beer.
Yeah.
It's like a mimosa,
It's a
but
brunch
with
beer,
like beer and shit.
It's just vanilla.
Oh, that's nice.
Tangerine. It's creamy and
you in the
it
face.
punches you right in the mouth hole.
And
This is getting
stays
5
there nicely
again.
in the-
Don't you give them all the 5?
Every Milkshark for me has gotten 5. I don't care.
That's
I'm
no
like
surprise.
an absolutely unashamed fanboy.
And when it gets to the right temperature, it's even more fire.
Cheers,
Because when it's
good.
fresh, cold, like straight out of the fridge,
you can't taste it.
Yeah, things are hiding.
This is like
so-
I'm tasting all the things you
perfect
said.
temp right
The
Yeah, it's
vanilla's coming through. What's your next one, brother? So that is it, guys. Thank you so much for watching episode 100.
If you enjoyed the episode, I was just going to do it with you.
Give us a big thumbs up. Actually, chuck it to us.
Chuck us a thumbs up. Hit subscribe
Ding,
below.
ding, 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 ding,
and then
ding,
check
ding,
the
ding,
notification bell. What does it make? Ding! Follow us on social media at BAOS Podcast. And subscribe to the podcast. If you're listening and you haven't subscribed, what the F are you doing?
It's a click, mate. Takes 2 seconds.
Exactly.
Apple Podcast, Spotify, subscribe, rate,
Mans
review,
are on
follow.
Spotify.
Mans are on Spotify.
Google
Listen,
Play too.
go listen to Notion, go listen to C, then go subscribe to PL. What's up? What are you doing?
What?
Boom.
That's
I think those
kind
are
of
all the things that we asked of you.
Thank you again to Lilypad for the first ever
for sponsoring
official
our first
sponsorship.
paid sponsor.
Took 100 episodes.
Potentially we've had sponsors.
We've had sponsors.
because they're people we love, like Pretty Penny, Brewheads. But this is our first official paid sponsor, which is so crazy that it came at the 100th episode.
Yeah.
So
thank you for reaching out
very
to
much,
us.
Lilypad, for reaching out to us.
If you're
We're
a brewery,
so excited to be showcasing.
Be partners with you.
absolutely, and it
Yeah.
just seems like it's a genuinely dope product. Lilypad.co was that?
Yes.
Yeah. Lilypad.co. Check it out if you're a brewer, anyone who works in the beer industry. Just go take a look at it. Bring it back to the team and see if it could be a good fit for you. If Bose and Collective Arts are rocking with it, that's what's
Sell
up.
more fantastic
Sell more
beer.
beers so we can get it. And of course, Brewheads, Phil, you're a god. I love you. Phil designed these. Get it in your shirts. Merch coming soon
Coming
for all those
soon,
on the
soon time.
podcast.
Soon time.
Making man's look swollen.
Probably go to the Instagram at BAOS Podcast and check out the pictures.
designs if you wanna
we
see
posted
them.
some of this. We posted your
Yeah.
one just last night as
Yeah.
well. So check that out.
We love you, all our listeners. Thank you
Yes.
for
Thank
sticking
you
with
so
us for
much for sticking
100
with us.
episodes.
I'm so grateful. Y'all
Yeah,
are the
very
best.
grateful.
Triple digits.
We'll see you in the next episode. And as always,
Yeah!